Real time. Are you okay, buddy? Real time. Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay?
You're hilarious.
Oh, shit.
You're hilarious.
Real time.
And I think we're live.
We're
I think
live.
the king
What's
needs a
going on?
link. He needs the link. You
Link.
better do that.
Sure.
I'll better send it to him. Well, who's going to send it? He needs it in an email form. I'll do that.
Sure.
Another week of Shotgun Candy, folks. Welcome. We're just getting warmed up here.
What up?
Nothing
Good
serious.
morning.
Nothing serious today. Nothing serious. Let me just send this to the king.
When are we ever serious? This is a serious journalistic program. You guys should definitely log into every Sunday to get your latest old news that we dig up from the internet.
All right, King, you should have a link there. We've got a couple of people dropping on TikTok. Don't know who you are there, but thank you for joining. I can do this. I suppose I can have a look.
Hello, TikTok.
Hello, TikTokers.
I will
Jake,
be live.
Bob Ross, and Greek Worm. There you go. The Greek Worm. There you go. All right, another week of Shotgun Candy. We're just going to wait for the king to join. Pretty chillax today because we don't give a fuck. Those listening on TikTok, if you want to jump over to YouTube or to Twitch, you'll see the full podcast over there with visuals. But over here, you just see me. But you can hear other voices in the background. That's what's going on over there.
What's going on? Yeah. So I hope everybody had a good week. I am pumped up for this show today as the king joins us. I hope everybody's good out there. Chime in, hit the chat on Twitch or YouTube, and tell us what the fuck is going on. Welcome, King.
Here we go. The king is live.
There he is.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Man. You guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
There's a weird delay on my thing.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, on my side.
Is it too bad?
Well, I'm hearing everything twice.
Whoa.
You have two windows open. That's why, King. Just check on your.
How do I have two windows open?
I don't know.
Let me mute myself for a second.
Sure.
No,
but anyway,
can't hear.
This week is going to be chock full of amazing stories, anecdotes from just around the world of the oldest profession in the whole world, which is prostitution. Right?
Yes, I couldn't wait for this one. There's going to be stories of cock and balls and pussy. Is that beard? No, it's not, darling.
How about now?
Do for you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, okay. It's still weird. I can still hear myself. You don't touch anything. You come back and the gremlins mess with everything while you're gone. So it's weird.
There you go. Well, should we officially start it?
Oh, we've been
episode 25, Hooker Corner Stories. That's what we've got on for today. So we're going to be talking about different stories that we've researched and found on the internet about the dirty, disgusting, and funny things that hookers have to go through from that filthy job that they do. So over to you, AC, while I find some information here.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I hope everybody's week is good. I think we've been doing this for the last 12 or 13 weeks. King, how was your week, man? What's going on? That
King
was actually
muted.
Was that good?
I had it muted, man. It was that fucking good. Yeah, it was. It was one of those weeks. We had a 4-day week here in the United States because Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to anybody who has a job. All you jobless folks, fuck off. All right.
A fucking job.
But
fucking idiots.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So we got a message from somebody. Hard Cream says, hey.
Hey.
What's going on, Hard Cream? I like soft cream. Soft serve. Self-serve.
Okay. So I just want to let everyone know, if you do want to interact in the show, leave a message through our Shotgun Candy podcast Instagram, which is screening across the screen right now. What's that? Okay, I see that one coming up there. So yeah, you can find us on there and leave a message, and when you do, you'll hear this sound. And it means that there's a message that's coming.
It's a nice soft sound. I like that. Yeah.
What happened to it? How about the message?
Oh.
Hello, you have the message.
It's right there, baby. Don't worry about that.
That's when we get messages from people in Asia. We play that message.
Right, of course.
Everybody else is going to get the dinger.
That's right. Well, I'm fucking exhausted, tired today, so my brain isn't working. So I don't give a fuck.
What are you been working on?
There you go. Oh, dude, I've been busy, man. I've been busy. To those that have been messaging and I haven't been getting back to you quick enough or whatever it is, I apologize. There's been a lot of shit going on. Just setting up for some actual live shows coming up this week. So,
how awesome is that?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait.
Tell everybody a little more about it, man.
I'm going to be interviewing Russell Manser, so he will still be over in New South Wales, but I'll be doing it online. But we'll be doing it in front of a live audience here in Perth. So looking forward to that. There'll be, it's just going to be live interaction, man, and sit down, and have a chat as we do. And he's got a really interesting story, and he's got a really good message to push. So I can't wait to deep dive on Russell.
So we can wrap our heads around it. So it's a live show, it's a live comedy show, and then in the middle there's kind of like an intermission where you get to do a live podcast, and then the show continues, or
no. So it will be actually the show starting with the podcast. I'll be on stage, actually doing a live podcast, and Russell will be on a screen next to me because he's not going to be with me in person.
Right.
But the audience will actually be able to interact, put their hand up, and our friend Penny Lane that joins our show will be present with me, and she'll actually be my mic person, like my Mikey or my dinger, my
Mikey,
ding, that person. So she'll be able to go out and sort of screen messages what they are, and then I'll be able to turn to her and ask, what's going on and what the messages are. So so it'll be fun. It's something new, but I've been trying to get my head around all the technical issues and stuff.
Right.
Sorry, that was me, guys.
That's okay.
We're just on for half a second. So that's cool, man. So you get to start off a show and then kind of warm up the crowd by doing a really interesting story. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So Russell's an interesting guy anyway. So
you're gonna be your own fluffer, basically.
That's right, exactly. I just want to read out one of the messages here on TikTok. By the way, if you can double tap that screen, I think you need to get up to 12,000. So yeah, I just want to get rid of this little person.
I'll be on TikTok soon. I have approximately, I just broke the 850 follower mark, so I will be very soon joining your ranks and being able to go double live, so we can get double hot AC rock action.
There we go.
Gotta love it. Hot AC action, man. Gotta love that shit.
There you go. So it's thrown over to you.
I can't get enough AC, man.
So King, well, let me ask. Let me ask not only the King, Rock, but anybody in the audience. And I know, if you watch this show, you know that I'm going to ask a question, kind of like to stimulate the audience, make your juices flow a little bit. This one's going to make probably no one's going to answer anything here, but what are your experiences with the oldest profession in the world, hookers, prostitutes, ladies of the night, sex workers? Do you have any?
Now, see, there you go. You gendered all the individuals of the night. There's a lot of guys that do that for a living too, man.
Gigolos. I'm sorry. Pardon me.
You're leaving it out. I'm just saying. I got fired from that position because I kept doing the wrong position.
Did you?
My experience.
My experience
has been pretty good along the way. If I'm honest, I used to go out to. My experience with prostitutes a little bit back in my time.
Lady boys.
There you go.
Mostly lady boys.
He's one of them Thailand guys, man. Thailand guys. All the women have penis in Thailand, right?
That's right.
Well, you ever come across? What was the? So let's kick it off here. You have some firsthand knowledge. Any ladyboy experiences? Not that you've had them, but like
you got to pay for that secondhand.
Is it that easy?
Living over there, yeah. I used to see a lot of dudes that were going off with ladyboys. I can tell a ladyboy pretty easy over there, and I think some guys maybe can't, or they knew and they didn't mind. And it's like I'd see guys with wedding rings on and stuff like that, and they'd be off with ladyboys, man.
Hey, we got the married couple in the house too. I don't know if you guys saw that comment there.
Joining from Facebook. How you doing, everybody? I hope your trip is doing fantastic. I hope you guys are safe. I know Sam has a little bit of color. She looked like a lobster the last picture I saw on Instagram. So you guys are having a good time and applying aloe.
Well, Paul Votto giving us some tips on how to be a successful prostitute. Men from up front, women from behind.
We're gonna have to pin that comment so far as the winning comment.
Paul Votto's always got the winning comment, man. He's
all party up front and all chicky D in the back, baby.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got some really cool stories. I mean, I thought that I brought some up, and by cool, I mean disgusting and degrading.
Yeah,
So
that's the coolest kind.
yeah, right.
What do you want to hear? Uplifting, fucking positive story? No, fuck that, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna shine a light on the depths of humanity.
Of course, as we always do.
But we don't judge all you disgusting, dirty perverts who go buy prostitutes and shit.
Absolutely.
Well, you don't buy them; you rent them.
Please refer back to our hoarding episode where we don't judge anyone at all.
Yeah. Well, at the end, we cleaned it up. At the end, it was very judgmental. It was very judgmental and shaming. But at the end, we cleaned it up. We turned it around a little bit. Just a little bit.
Fucking dirty pigs! Why are you pissing in a jug?
You never know when you're gonna need that piss, man. I'm telling you.
I might need that piss. Put it there. Don't take. That's my piss jug.
Yeah. Don't flush my piss. What are you doing? I was saving that. So you're gonna piss my ass or what?
You're gonna piss in my ass. Or what? Oh, wait, I have a button for that. So here we go. I guess we can start it off with a couple anecdotes, maybe a couple stories. Rock, do you want to start, or should I?
You go ahead, man.
Okay.
I was thinking about this before you get going on it. You know, we're all prostitutes, right? That's why homeless people don't get laid.
That's true.
If you got homeless, jobless guys that were getting laid, no man would ever work, right?
That's right.
And no women would ever date any of those men. So.
Oh, before we get started, let's finish that thought. Any gigolos out there? You're right, King. I shouldn't gender shame. Any gigolos out there? Men that maybe you needed a car payment. Maybe it's not so like cut and dry. Like I am a professional prostitute. Maybe you had some hard times. Maybe you had to do what you had to do. You ever seen the meme of the really pretty girl with the big tits in the pool with the fucking guy who's like 78 years old? Hey, I needed a car payment. You know,
I didn't have those hard times. That's why I got fired from my male prostitution job.
You didn't have enough hard times.
Every third time was a soft time, and they were like, "No, these people are paying good money.
Hey,
you need to get in there. Hey, $20 is $20. That's what it said.
God damn. But that's a good question. Hold on. So, like Rocstedi, so what happens if you're a gigolo and it's your job? I guess Viagra is your friend, right? Because you're going to be meeting women that probably are not going to be turning you on in the way that if you met a girl at a bar or if you chose one at a brothel. You know, so
you chose one. I like that.
It chose you. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about Nevada brothels.
Well, see, here's the thing about male prostitutes: women don't hire them; it's always men. So you better be willing to do some gay shit if you're going to be a male prostitute.
Okay.
Well, no. I don't think that's true. I think there's some stories I definitely have heard of. This guy who's a gigolo in the UK. He used to go with like 80-year-old women, and he'd bang them as well.
I'd do that. I've done that before. 18 to 80, man. Blind, crippled, or crazy. It's all good.
Do what?
No, well, see, here's the thing about these male prostitutes. They have to go both ways because, you don't get to choose your customer. Your customer chooses you, right? They look at you on your back page or whatever they used to have, and then they hire you. Oh, I like that guy. Look at his penis. It looks nice. I think I want that in my house, in my mouth, in my ass.
Or honestly, the filthiest place in the whole world to find anything is Craigslist, right? Who the fuck is Craig? And why do I have...
Why has he got such a long list?
He's a dirty hippie, I know that.
Jeez. I mean, this guy has prostitutes galore. There's some with pictures that I used to look at where there was just a gaping vagina just being held open.
See, I think they took that out. They used to have the community tab that you go under and see all the dirty weirdos and shit like that. But I'm pretty sure that they got rid of, all those hidden prostitutes. Because you used to be able to buy ski lift tickets, for snow skiing.
That's cocaine.
Yeah, see. Yeah.
You guys want to buy 2 tickets to ski?
Yeah.
Bump these rails, bitch.
You want to bump rails, motherfucker?
$90 a gram for these ski tickets.
You want to fly? We got the wings.
Yeah. Well, see, you used to be able to buy that. Yeah, you could buy little trees and shit like that on there. That was just weed. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they policed that pretty well. You got to go deep diving on the internet. You got to find some .ios and shit now. .x's.
Sure. Or go deep web. Use the Tor browser to get the Onion browser, and then.
Or just go out of your house, you lazy son of a bitch. What do you got? Uber hookers? Come on now. Just walk to the local bar. There's one down there. The good-looking one that's out of your league that nobody's talking to. That's the prostitute. It's easy.
But I'm missing some teeth.
Do you live in Nevada, like me, where it's legal, and you can
the one with the baby's daddy tattoo on her neck?
It's just got crosses like over the fucking. Jim, Paul.
It's never his real name. It's always like a nickname, like Ray Ray and shit. Nobody's real name is Ray Ray.
Double Ray.
Yeah. If she got a tramp stamp that says Little Peanut, you know that's.
I think you guys have got like hookers a lot more around the place in the US, like on corners than we do here.
In the country, man.
We do.
Yeah.
And some places it's legal, like in Amsterdam, like where I live, my whole state. I mean, there's glamorous hookers in Las Vegas that you might lock eyes with at the end of the bar, and you think for a moment that you're like, oh my god, I am fucking good looking enough for a girl to look at me and wink. Still, I still have that chutzpah, right?
Yeah,
I'm good. No, she approaches you and she talks to you and you might buy her a drink and you might think everything's normal until the end of the, a couple hours later, she's like, let's get out of here. And you're like, oh, fuck, I bagged her. I still got it. I'm a puma. I'm a fucking vigilant. I'm a jaguar. I'm a lion.
A puma. Isn't it a puma?
A puma.
Yeah.
A puma. That's a gay puma. A puma.
Nice.
Rare. I'm a puma.
So I mean,
the one that just growls
at the end, she's like, "Oh no, this is going to be 3,000." You're like, "What?" And there, House of Cards just crumbles like a fucking it's just your whole shrivels.
I know. Hookers don't have the UR code like at Target where you can go check the price on them. You just got to look at their shoes, man. Yeah. Look at their shoes because all their jewelry is fake diamonds. They're not going to take the real shit to work.
Of course
not.
Look
at her shoes. If she's got some BOGO sale tag still hanging on the bottom of things. She just bought them that night to go do some work. That's a cheap hooker. You go see some bitch with some Jimmy Choos and some real silk stockings. You can't afford that one.
Red bottom shoes, some Jimmy Choos.
Bitches got some red bottoms. You can't afford that shit. Good morning, fellas. What's up, pilot car?
Uncle Eddie's in the house. There you go.
Yeah. So Paul Votto also lives in Las Vegas and Nevada. So he has
because of the prostitution. Right.
Well, because of it. Yeah, he moved here explicitly for the prostitution.
He moved there for work. He's a high dollar item there, ladies.
For work.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and on top of that, so let's not get off the topic of Las Vegas just for a moment. We'll get back to the Nevada brothels, but there's also this thing where people are like, okay, wait a minute. It's regulated, right? So the girls are clean because they have to go through,
branded like cattle.
Right. Well, what's better, working the salad bar at the Bellagio for 25 years or making $5,000 a night? You know what I mean? So
that's the funny thing because they still work the salad bar, but they're different. Yeah.
Well, in one account that I found, a woman is actually a teacher, and in Minnesota, and in the off season she comes down and she just finds it kinky. Like she likes to fuck. She thinks it's a turn on, so she comes for 4 months, fucking fucks every guy in Nevada. And
that bitch needs Jesus, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, as long as she's not teaching it at the school, whatever.
What's to keep her from doing that? What school's that? What's the?
Oh shit! I haven't even got the messages open to check who's fucking dropping messages. Here we go,
guys. That's right. I know. Be quiet right now.
I've got one. I think we've got one here. Let's let that refresh.
Yeah, read the bottom of the screen, everybody. If you want to leave a message.
Oh damn! We got Paul Votto. He's
Instagram Shotgun Candy _podcast_ and click on that. Leave us a voice message. We'll play it. And if you're an idiot, we'll roast the fuck out of you.
He used to hand out this business card. I'm going to open this up. No muff, too tough. I dive till 5 a.m. Dirty Sanchez, donkey punch, shocker. Paul Votto. It's got a phone number. $300 an hour. It says extras available. Doggy style $25. Barking and yelping $5. Cunnilingus $50. Filet show receiving. I might be off the screen. I think it says $1. Rim jobs giving $100. Receiving $1 cuddling is $100. Compliments are $100, and angry pirates are for free for ladies only. Kissing not available and no refunds.
Wow,
kissing not available. Kissing's not on the menu, bitches. Touch my mouth. My mouth will go on your
Hey,
ass.
Little Rach in the house. How you doing, Little Rach?
That's pretty good. What's up, Little Rach?
How you doing?
What up, TikTok?
So we're talking about prostitution today. Some hooker's corner stories is what we're talking about, and I've got a couple here. AC, I don't know if you want to start going into a couple, but
get it up. I was pretty long-winded at the beginning, kind of set the table there, so go for it, bud.
That's okay. I was doing my thing. So I've just got a whole heap of different. Some it's hookers themselves, some it's their friends talking about it, whatever it is. So I'll just read them out as I go, I suppose. So one is I used to be a sex worker and had a customer who would come to the club and pay me to spit in his face during lap dances. When I saw him outside of the club, he would pay me to pee in a cup. I never found out what he did with it, and I don't want to know. The same goes.
You know what he did with it. Come on.
The same goes for the one time he paid me for a bag of my poop. Is what one of the hookers said. Yeah.
Wow, he paid for a bag of shit, huh?
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, lady, you know exactly what he did with that pee, and you don't want to know what he did with the shit. That's the one. That's disgusting.
Oh my God. So, I mean, some people don't even want to have sex. They're like, I want to sit in this fucking corner right here, and I'm gonna jack off while I'm watching you pee in a cup or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
watch the Golden Girls.
I want to see y'all two do 2 girls, 1 cup, and I'm gonna go sit over here. And here's $3,000 that I won at the craps table.
It's funny. He won at the craps table, and then he spent at the crap table.
Yeah. Oh my God. He's at the craps table.
Come back to my hotel. I got a crap table right in the living room. It's glass. Yeah. You're gonna love it.
Like, I'm gonna love it. These guys, baby. Oh, what is that? Oh, yeah. Give me all the money. Let's go up to the crap table.
That's disgusting. Man. The pissing booth.
There's a ton of stories. There's a ton of stories of hookers, or excuse me, prostitutes, sex workers, saying that they're like, you know what, dude? Some of my Johns are like, I don't even have to have sex with them, dude. Some of them just want to watch me, like, play with myself while they're fucking, you know. Dude.
Well, a lot of guys just want to talk to the bitches, honestly.
Yeah, or stomp on my ball sack with a 9-inch stiletto heel.
Well, see, I talked to some hookers before when I was renting them, and it's not uncommon for guys to cry and just want to be held, you know. This is what they told me, and I was like, fine, I don't feel like a freak now, thanks.
I'll fucking do it. Can I kiss you on the mouth?
No.
Fuck. That's all I want.
Just on the other side of this glass, man. You got the glass between you.
We got a message, guys. We got one from our irregular here, Juanito. Here we go.
Juanito. He is irregular.
All right. Stories about hookers. It's gonna be stories about like Lauren and Rocstedi.
Oh man.
Yeah. She paying you, right?
Yes, it will.
She's got to pay for the international flight first. That's expensive. That's a high deal.
Yeah, that's right. I just shit in the bag and give it to her.
It's a known transactional thing. Here's my bag.
Do you charge by the pound or the kilo or what? What do you do?
He's like,
I charge by the kilo, but I fuck it by the pound.
This shit's poodle, bro. This shit's fucking poodle.
Yeah.
But I've got another one here, man. I've got another weird one. So it says,
you think vegans have to pay more for their shit because it's disgusting?
Like Brownus' farts smell like carrots.
Do you think there's a market for midget shit?
A market for what?
A midget shit? Like, do you think midget shit is more desirable than normal people shit?
I'm not sure.
Now, how would somebody know if you just like put dog shit in there? Like, how would they really know?
Oh,
I don't know. But why was anyone want a bag of any shit? Is the question.
No, there's a market for shit bags.
That's my business.
That's not even a question anymore. The market's there. The market's set. Now it's how to exploit it.
I know you can't send it through U.S. mail. It's a felony.
Can't send shit through the mail?
Is it really? Is it really?
You can't send any like material like that. Yeah, bodily waste or you can't send blood. Can't send body parts. You know, so you can't mail
everything federal's a piece of shit.
Yeah, you can't mail a bag of jizz to somebody.
What if they want it? They're paying money for it. There's a market for fucking.
Use UPS, man. They don't ask questions.
Yeah, DHL that bitch.
But yeah, DHL. That's the one you do right there. Or if you're going local, just use Uber Eats. Tell the guy that just don't open the bag. Give it to my friend. It's fine.
Uber Eats. Just leave it as like this is a bag full of shit. Here you go. Leave it on the porch. Yeah.
We should make a new one. Uber shits.
Oh, we went on a tangent.
What stories did you get there? I see.
Oh, okay. So I do have a housewife and a prostitute story. So this woman has a dual life as a housewife and a prostitute.
It's fairly common, actually.
I would imagine so, and not just a prostitute like you're my bitch when I get home. No.
Yeah.
She actually did some shit. So, and it's amazing how some of these chicks are it's not only like the hookers, but they want to be cheap hookers. It's not like they're like, I guess knowing your worth, if you're maybe overvaluing yourself, you're going to get less customers, right? Because if you're not like of that caliber and you say you're $3,000 a night, people are going to be like, right? I'm not
but that $20 crack whore making $3,000 a night is doing a lot more work.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Paul Votto says, before I get into the story, Danny Thomas used to used to pay hookers to poop on a glass top coffee table while he was under it. It's also called glass bottom boat, a hot plate, or a Philadelphia print job. It's all new in Kama Susia, available on Vado TV. Kama Susia, translated perfectly in Spanish, means dirty bed, and it's a play on the Kama Sutra, my man.
Yeah. Yes, he's just released a book about it, actually, Paul Vado.
I will agree that a glass bottom boat.
It's a pop-up book.
To me, it's a pop book. Just a bird.
Little paper mache just going in and out and in and out.
It's a butt with poop coming out of it. But I do want to say that you mentioned glass bottom boat. To me, a glass bottom boat was when you line your mouth with saran wrap and someone shits in it.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That's
and then they bite onto it. They pierce it with their teeth.
Hey, they paid the money. Whatever happens afterwards, that's your deal.
They pop a little hole in it, use it like a pastry bag.
Shit rosés.
God damn.
Oh,
all right.
disgusting.
So this woman goes on to say, housewife and a prostitute. I'm a 32-year-old mother of 3, and I have a loving husband. She loves her life. I also have a job as a prostitute, very matter of fact. I do it when my kids have gone to school. I turn 2 or 3 tricks every day, Monday through Friday. I get $125 to $150 each. Sometimes if I take less, if I do a lot of clients, I'll take less. I do in-calls, so she's not afraid of going to people's houses, I guess. Maybe you do some kind of a clientele thing where it's like a Rolodex where it's like, okay, this guy's safe. But I would imagine going to people's houses alone while your family's at work, that lends itself to, anybody.
Some danger, yeah.
Right. So my husband knows I'm whoring. So you have to have a cuck for a husband. That's number one.
Or a guy who's got like 20 other girlfriends who doesn't care about you anymore because your tits are saggy.
Okay, here we go. So he gets.
Just saying. You're always cutting down the man. Maybe he just doesn't give a shit about the bitch. Or maybe she's terrible at it. She has to give refunds every week.
Damn,
every 3 she gives a refund.
If you've got kids that are going off to school and you're out whoring and your husband's like, do it, baby. There's a dysfunction there. And so here, to answer our question, she gets her clients through an escort agency, and then the client pays them a finder fee, and then they call me, kind of through the client. And she says that she has no problems with the men whatsoever. Some are a little weird, but that's okay. Some just want to talk, like King said, and some just want to see a naked woman to get themselves off. So it's not even just like they have to touch her. And sometimes they do like girlfriend experience, and that turns her on in turn. So they interact with me as a man as if he was a girlfriend, like if they were a part of his life. It's just a role play.
That's a sick fuck right there.
Shit in my mouth, but not a girlfriend. That's mouth shit.
I want a real girlfriend experience. Like you take a bitch out for dinner on her birthday and she complains that the restaurant's too far and it's not that nice and she wanted French food that night.
Right.
And it's like, can you and she keeps touching the heater and the radio in the car while you're driving. That's a real girlfriend experience.
That's You'd be like, stop touching my fucking air conditioner. Here's
these guys want the new girlfriend experience where she's still got that new girlfriend smell and everything's still mysterious.
Yeah. The honeymoon.
They don't want that like we've been together 15 years. Why won't you ask me to marry a type girlfriend? Nobody wants that shit.
Can we do a role play where we're stuck in a loveless 35-year relationship bereft of any passion? Thank you.
Yeah. And you were really in love with my cousin, but you settled for me.
My brother died, and you were betrothed to him, but now you have to marry me and settle.
Like a Hunter Biden type situation where
right.
my brother died. Now I'm gonna get smoke crack in front of his kids and bang his wife.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So the girlfriend experience costs more. That's a perfect segue, and you're a master of setting it up. So it costs more. So could you imagine? It actually costs more to do the girlfriend experience because that involves kissing on the mouth, holding hands, doing more intimate shit. But really, what the fucked up part is that you can pay less and just have a fucking raw dog bang and get your shit off, and she never comes, and you just come all over her face and tits, and then you just fucking leave and throw the money in her face, and that's less than going, hey honey, great to see you. How was your day at work, honey? Great. Mwah. Are you kidding me? That costs more money. That happens every day.
Well, it costs an entire man's life if you get it the right way.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You imagine oh, I'm going to the football game Sunday. No, you're not. We're going to my mother's for dinner.
You are not. You are not.
Yeah, but we've been planning this for weeks. We got front row tickets. I don't care. You promised. Fuck. That's a real
Guys,
good
we've got two in the trot here from Juanito. So let's
like
talk
she
out.
just elbows you at the ground round.
6 in fecal matter. That's what you
Eyeball in the
call
server.
fucking shit.
Another one here.
Yeah, Juanito hates butt
Someone
stuff.
who's a shitty hooker, otherwise known as Meghan Markle.
Oh. God save the Queen.
Oh, the Queen. The Queen.
Queen's in hell.
Jimmy Savile. That's all I got to say about that.
That's right. Yeah. Look it up if you don't know about it.
Look up Jimmy Savile, and he's knighted and shit. Alaskan Pipeline. I knew Paul Votto was going to go on Urban Dictionary.
And pull out every single thing. Like hookers and stuff. And it came back. He's like, let me just cut and paste this.
Yeah, Alaskan Pipeline. That's what he does. How about the Alaskan Mudslide? You know that one, Paul. That's different.
The Alaskan Mudslide sounds like a good time.
Yeah. The South Florida Side Salad. How about that one?
Ooh, what the fuck is this? South Florida? I'm from South Florida. Can I know what that is?
I don't know. I made it up and I posted it like 10 years ago on Urban Dictionary. It might be up there still. I don't know.
A South Florida. Let me just interpret this in my mind. A South Florida side salad would be like on the beach, and you have your hand up, some chick's twat, and then you're eating out another one right next to her. A South Florida side salad with some palm trees.
The side chick has to be vegan, I guess. No, me and my friends used to get drunk, and we just come up with a bunch of words and then make definitions for Urban Dictionary. Yeah.
That's fantastic. You just like make the words up first and then fill in the
just like like a Andy Warhol painting. You just paint some shit, then you make up a backstory about it, and people think you're a genius.
4 cans.
Yeah. Cue ball in the side pocket. That was another one.
Nice.
Yeah. We were at a Pillies bar.
More stories. I've got another story here.
Hit it up.
So it's a guy who's a male sex worker. So male sex worker, and he caters to both men and women. There are a lot of things that happen during his sessions, but the strongest one overall was a woman who asked to set up a couples massage and he told me that her husband loves to be tied up. I just assumed that she wanted to tie him up and then have sex with me while he was forced to watch. But her fantasy was for me to beat him up while she worked on herself. So that was definitely a no-go for me, but a very odd request. So
that is a psycho bitch.
Yeah, I know a couple of them.
Yeah. I can only get off if some guy is beating the shit out of my husband because I hate him that much.
Yeah.
Like
anyway,
you gotta come up with a safe word before you do that, folks.
Banana.
Stop.
Yeah. Ow! You broke my nose.
Please, you're hurting me.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone call 911.
There you go. So so I've got a few more, man. So there's one prostitute. No, someone that knew a prostitute that she says, I know someone who was paid to throw oranges at a naked man in a bathtub every Tuesday. Only oranges were allowed every Tuesday.
Wow. Wednesday was the plum girl. She keeps coming. Now here's a story that I knew this girl. I knew this girl. She was a little bit like, she was one of them industrial girls, wear the knee-high black boots and leather jacket and shit all the time. Dyed black hair. She wasn't even a prostitute, but some dude came up to her at a bar and said, could I pay you to come to my house and step on grapes with high heels while I watch?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Step on grapes with high heels.
He used to pretend
not a bad request.
He used to pretend he was one of the grapes, and she would step on it. He would lay on the kitchen floor, flat on his belly, looking to the side at the grape, like real close, and she would just pierce it with her heel. Because she used to wear them big spiked metal heels with the platform in the front and shit. And he was like, I want you to step on grapes with those boots.
That sounds kind of hot. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little turned on right now.
But she was all drunk. She was like, yeah, all right, $300. He's like, done. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. How many grapes?
He wouldn't even masturbate or anything until she left. I was like, that's a weird fucking guy.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, dude, if I'm paying, let's put this on the table. If I'm paying for sex, I'm coming at one point while the chick is there in the best way possible. Because that's what I don't understand. Like, it's like you might as well go to a strip club. You don't never touch them. They're just in front of you. They're performing whatever, but like, and then you go home and masturbate. Like, oh my god, that was so fucking. Are you kidding me?
Juanito just gave us a glimpse into his life. Sorry, AC. There's a comment coming up, and I saw the word plushie, and I got excited for a second.
Dark Side, I got a very relevant story. Drop the link. Actually, if you go to our Shotgun Candy _podcast_ on the scroll bar underneath Dark Side, you can leave a 1-minute message on Instagram. Make sure to lower the volume so you don't hear the show in the back, and then you can leave your story in 1-minute increments.
Yeah, we'll play it. If it's a minute and 1 second, you're fucked.
You're fucked. Cuts you off.
We're not going to hear the end. Cut off the beginning. Just give us the end. But yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So that's this housewife and prostitute story, and she you have to have a cool husband apparently. Cool equals I guess cuckish.
A guy that doesn't give a shit about you.
Guy doesn't give a shit, and you have to be down for the crown. There's other ones where it's funny how people get into it, how women actually get into it. Or I keep saying women, but anyone can get into it. It's different.
Persons.
Yeah, like for example, there's one story, and it's I guess really short. It's just more like an anecdote where this one woman was a massage therapist or just a masseuse, and the guy was like, "Hey, let's cut the formalities here. I want a flip over. I want a happy ending. I just want to cut to the chase here. What if I pay you triple and we just fuck?" And she was like, all right. And she just did it. I mean, that's the crossroads, right? That's the fork in the road when you're like, either I'm fucking this guy for triple or I'm sticking to my morals and just doing my shiatsu. But if you go that route, that's it. Can of worms open. You know, you've accepted money for sex, and it's not a shame thing. I'm just saying, like, now you have gone down a different road. You got to see yourself differently at that point, right?
Yeah, well, that's the road. What's the way it's going with women acting the way they are today? Young guys are just getting hookers and going home playing video games. Like that's the truth. It's seriously a trend.
Yeah, they turned all asexual and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because they're fucking a Sailor Moon pillow and going back to their video game.
It's called the wife.
Put up with the shit. Yeah.
Called the wife. Get it right.
Yeah.
Rock, you got some you want to add?
I do. It's funny you're just talking about the great thing because the next one I scroll down to that I've got here is something like that. So it says, my ex is a mobile stripper. An older guy paid her to stomp on his balls with the peg part of the heels. He finished. She also got paid to sit in a truck and eat green beans. The dude was a farmer and had to suddenly tend to something on the farm. I guess he just didn't want to pay for the cancellation fee. So it's like, I haven't got time to fuck. Just sit here and eat the green beans. I'll be right back.
Were they fresh picked beans, or I mean, why would a farmer have a can of beans? I don't understand that. He's got a fucking.
That was
farm.
stale balls, I think. Green beans. I'm not sure.
I don't know what that is, man.
Holy shit! Like, so there's food fetishes. There's got to be like, so I wonder where the line is. And something I thought about relentlessly when I was kind of looking over this was there has to be different disciplines of sex worker, which means like there's different lines. Which means
there's dungeons.
Obviously there's no kissing, and then there's like you can do whatever you want with my ass, and then like fecal piss. You know, where is that index where I can like that
line?
Card, like this is what I do. You know, like how do you? I guess I haven't had enough interaction with sex workers where I can actually be like, maybe I can interview one day here in Las Vegas. That'd be awesome. But what if you like? Where do you
want to hear that conversation?
Like, where do you list your talents and what you're willing to do? Like, what index are you in?
Paul Votto has it all on his business card. Well, I think the line for the shit stuff is the border of Germany and whatever other country. I think.
So I've got a story that is from the UK, and I'm not going to name names. And I told one of you boys at least this story before, so I'll try and leave the names out. But there's a famous singer who has an accountant, and we're not going to name those names.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. And this is a true story. So the gigolo, there's a gigolo in the UK who's friends with my buddy's buddy, which I am also friends with, right? So I've seen the text messages on this thing, and he's got a dong that's like fucking down to his knees. Anyway, so once this is the guy that was banging the 80-year-old birds as well, right? So he's basically his jobs are getting worse and worse over time, but he's getting fucking good money for all this shit, right? So there's some long story short that led up to this accountant of a famous singer. And the guy's like this is in the UK. He's like, I want you to meet me after work in the forest, in the woods, and I want you to shit in my mouth. So this guy's just like, fuck, man. All right. So he goes and meets him, and they drive out to the woods, and he just stand up, and the guy's just going, talk dirty to me. He slaps him and he spits in his face. He says, shut up, you dirty cunt. Fucking telling him off. And then he sits over him and he does a fucking nard in his mouth. And the guy loved it, ate it up, and said he wanted to do it every week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's some sick shit out there. Eh? Yeah. That's a true story, man. I'm not talking that one up. So we lost AC. We lost the man who's hosting the show. That's crazy. So what happens there? We can't even end it if you want to.
Are we still alive?
Yeah, we are
live in the corner. So Hi, everybody. We need a third co-host. Somebody jump up here.
The problem is the co-host is controlling the show. So what happens there?
Yeah, we just talk until he comes back. Maybe we look at some comments. You got some dingers to play, or are we done with those? I'm waiting to hear this.
Yeah,
very
got Cassie
relevant story.
from Cassie from TikTok saying that's the most messed up shit I've ever heard. No pun intended, I'm sure. And kind of hippie says, "What the hell did I just come into?" Yeah,
That's what a lot of
I know.
prostitutes say.
It's about prostitution, prostitute stories. Yeah.
And
Sorry, man, I'm
in,
super tired today. You're back, AC.
I am.
Black Forest.
I got a little spinning thing for a while. Maybe my.
Oh, right. You just did a reset.
No, well,
Hey,
maybe
you look good now. You're at the bottom though, in the middle. It's weird.
maybe my incredible internet that
Fist
I
bump,
paid
fist
for,
bump.
you know.
Can you put
No, it's
Can
a
you put
little-
yourself back at the top? It's weird. I don't like being above you like that.
Yeah, you can just drag
I'm-
your screen to the top. There you go.
I'm definitely a bottom. Put me in the bottom, in the middle. That's where I like to be. Lucky Pierre style. There we go.
Feel better?
Yeah, I feel comfortable now.
I don't care where I am. I can be in the middle, boys.
As long as we high
All
five
right,
and we're done.
Yeah, I'm a top, bottom, power, top, whatever you want me to be. It depends how much money you got.
Yeah.
So I have a little story.
But I think that's the line. You were mentioning before about what's the line. I think that dollar value is the line because I don't care how much. If somebody was like, "I'll give you $100,000 to shit on your own feet and then kick me in the face with it," I mean, who's not going to do that for $100,000?
Shit on my own feet. Shit. Wow.
Thanks for the likes, guys. Whoever's putting those likes on TikTok, appreciate that because it's pushing them up.
Well, see, AC, that I think everybody has a price, right? Like, what if like a guy with a 20-inch dick, like some big giant black dude from Africa or something? They were like, and some guy was like,
Mr.
I want to pay
Bombastic.
I want to pay you $20 million to watch you have sex with this guy. $20 million.
I mean,
Now your kids would never have to work,
Right.
If you made $20
this
million.
is a generational thing that you can say, that you can accept, and generationally your fucking whole trajectory of your family would change. That's a crazy indecent proposal.
See, I'm thinking $1 billion. There's people will do any of that. I want you to fuck a dead cow.
I'm thinking
I want you
if-
to kill
I'm
it
thinking
first,
if
and I'll
some-
give you $1 billion.
Someone's prepared to give me $20 million to bang a dude in the bum. Like, I'm kind of touched that he feels that strongly about me. I might just give it to him for fucking free.
Well,
I
you're a
mean, if he
guy.
feels that strongly about it, $20 million bucks.
20 million bucks.
Just
How
pay my
about
cab
20 million
fare.
bucks?
I will put an Oculus on, right? I'll put an Oculus Rift on, and I will fuck the shit out of this dude, and I will put the sexiest. It will be Lana Rhodes down there. It would be fucking just some of these fucking TikTok chicks I see on live, right there. Maybe I'll put on TikTok live in my Oculus Rift, and I'll just keep going. And whoever it's like cum roulette. Whoever I land on, that's who I'm coming on. It's actually a guy's ass, though. It's actually a guy's
Spray on you.
I'm thinking as long as it doesn't involve animals or kids, I'm thinking $1 billion. That'd be I'd pretty much do anything for $1 billion.
That's not. Kids aren't even something you joke about, but like
No.
animals are fucking fair game. You fuck. If I want you to fuck a cow for $20 million, you're doing it.
Well, see, I think it has to be penis to vagina ratio or butthole ratio.
P to V.
Yeah.
P to V ratio has to be even, yeah.
You're not going to fuck a chipmunk or down there in Australia, a quokka, because you're going to kill the thing.
Quokka.
right?
No, well,
It's only in WA.
No,
They're
no.
the only ones that can make quackers, yeah.
Nothing you can kill. So pigs have a surprisingly similar genitalia to a human woman's genitalia.
I
don't
know
know
a guy
if I
that
know
would do
that.
pigs for free.
Well, like, I thought pigs' dicks were really curly.
They
No,
are.
that's their
I'm talking
tails.
about chick pigs. Chick pigs
Chick
have
pigs.
a fucking tight badge, bro.
Tight badge.
Well, they say sheep is the closest to humans.
Is it? Is it?
That's
How do
what
you know
they
that?
say, yeah.
Oh, that's what
farmer
those Kiwis
told
get
me.
up to then.
A farmer told me, yeah.
Farmers only die.
No, actually, I knew this guy in Puerto Rico. Well, I didn't. I knew the guy. His family was from Puerto Rico. He was born and raised here, but he had cousins and uncles and shit that lived in farmland down there. And one guy was pretty open about it.
Thank
What
you.
they do is they get those knee-high rubber boots, and then they put the sheep's legs down in the boot so it can't run away, and then they bang it.
Jesus.
He also said it's not gay if a guy gives you a blowjob, but the other guy's gay.
Right. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
It's that old, I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's just like,
that's
well, you can
something-
close your eyes and pretend it's a sheep, and then it's not gay. It's not weird at all.
I can give you the Caribbean point of view. So the Caribbean,
But
there's something called a pinguero, which is like somebody who like a
That
pinga
sounds gay.
is a dick. It is. And a pinga is a dick. And when somebody says like pinguero, that means like he's giving dick. He's like it's an adverb, right?
Oh.
It's the action of giving
It's
dick.
like a cock slinger.
Exactly. And when you're a pinguero, that means like that's fine. Like, you can fuck other dudes. I just get like, if you call a guy gay, you're like, dude, fuck you, I'm not gay. But then he turns around, he's like, I'm just fucking this guy's ass. It doesn't matter. That's
maybe they're all gladiators and they're just training.
There we go. Do you see how long and deep the ties gladiator? These people are Roman.
I did see a video on how long and deep some of them were.
I bet.
Like that,
I bet you did.
It was research. Leave me alone. I cleared my browser history.
I've already come. Fear
I knew this guy.
Twice.
I knew this guy had a medical bracelet and said, "In case of emergency, delete my browser history."
Oh yeah.
I swear.
I'm going to get back to some of the stories because the TikTokers are going, what the fuck is going on here? They're losing their shit. Right, here we go. Let's get back to the prostitution stories, guys. All right, next one I've got is there's a dude who says, I owned a strip club for many years and saw many things, but this one really, really threw me. A man had a dancer pee in a mason jar and he drank it for $400. He paid her $400 to drink her piss.
To do something she had to do anyway.
True story.
Well, it's funny. You can just go in the bathroom and probably somebody didn't flush. One of them toilets was broken, so you could just drink that for free.
Plunge your face into a toilet. I mean, what's the difference here?
There's a website where you can go. You can go buy like vials of girls' spit and shit like that, or you can buy their used underwear or dirty socks. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, that girl that farted in a jar. Remember, there was a girl who made
OnlyFans.
$50,000 a month farting in a jar.
I can't remember what it is.
$50,000 a month from farting in a jar? For real?
Yeah, but she was like a Twitch star though, right? She like or a TikTok star or something like that. So she had the notoriety. It's not like common bitch fart. It's like celebrity bitch fart.
Yeah,
it's like
bitch
Puri farts.
I mean, not even. It's not even that. It's just like bitches standing. Has anybody been to Twitch? We're on it now.
If Paul Votto said jar farts.
Paul Votto buys them. Ass. Paul, how much money would it cost me for you to come to my house and sit on my copy machine with your bare ass? Because I want that stain of a famous photocopied ass on my thing.
Hey, you want me to piss in your ass or what?
He's literally sitting on a gold mine. Look, that's how he made his money.
Get your hand off my penis!
Gold mine, Paul. Yeah. What do you do? A copier and just do like a whole 35 copies of your dick and balls in black and white. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, he's sitting on a gold mine. A mine. That's funny because that's usually a tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah.
So another one here.
$400, dude.
$400 drinking piss. And I've got another one. It says, I have a friend who is an escort. Sorry, I have a friend who is an ex-escort. She told me that her favorite client was a really sweet older gentleman who just wanted her naked in the hot tub with him. He never touched her, just talked and looked at her. Oh, I didn't. That was a bit gay. I should have taken that one out. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a bit more.
No, but that's good to know the sadness.
It's nice to know some people are respectful. Yeah,
for sure. Oh yeah.
It's funny because a guy like that who's old, right? He probably banged tons of chicks, right? Especially if he had money. So he probably ran through a bunch of girls. And like, look, when you're old and stuff like that, and you get that emotional connection to your wife or your longtime girlfriend or partner, whatever. Those are the things you don't get when you're Fonzie your whole life. You know what I mean? Like Fonzie ended up lonely and.
Either that or your dick don't work. One of the two.
Probably, yeah. but the bubbles in the hot tub made it look like it was fluttering.
Just fart a little bit in the hot tub, baby. That's all I want you to do is fart and piss in this hot tub.
And the big brown shark come out of the water. Isn't that how it goes?
Well, like if you want to swim in a hot tub full of shit and piss, just go to any Red Roof Inn that has a suite.
Right. If not, just
sponsored by Red Roof Inn and La Quinta.
Hook yourself up to the bottom of like a building where all the sewer comes down, and you just fucking bathe in the. Just wait for every once in a while. Just you never know what's coming, and you just fucking bathe in the shit.
Like the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, this next one's good. I just skimmed over it. I've taken some notes. There's a couple I must have skipped, but they're here. All right, so I just laid eyes on this now. I knew a lady. He says, I knew a lady, or she, I'm not sure. I knew a lady who told me that she had a regular client who liked to be a throw rug. She said she would just basically just lie on the floor with a rock hard boner for an hour while she did housework around him. Every once in a while, she would gently step on him with her heels. The same lady said another client and her would get naked and pop balloons between their bodies.
Oh.
I like how they say lady, like she curtsied when they walked in. Like
hello.
It's a lady.
Right.
Lord and a lady, and that's our throw rug, Jose.
Lord and Lady Throw Rug.
The best part was when she was a throw rug. Yes. Just come in and lay on the floor.
Now there was a maid service. Would you guys consider this a form of prostitution or whatever? There used to be a maid service where you'd pay a woman to come over and clean your house, but then she'd be in like a bikini or lingerie or naked, depending on how much you wanted to pay.
No, that's a show.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
But
before.
it's like a sex worker service. I mean, it'd fall under the umbrella of that fetish kind of lifestyle thing. And I mean, I don't know. My friend's mother used to clean houses, and she was like a 5'1" Portuguese woman. You definitely wouldn't want to hire her for that. But she could clean the hell out of your house, though.
Oh man, my cleaning lady's awesome, and I don't think I'd want to pay her for anything more than that. So
that's a nice way of saying he's got an ugly ass housewife. Or
well,
house,
she's wonderful.
Whatever they call them. What do you call house cleaners?
Ever in Las Vegas, Anita, hit me up for a amazing. She's booked. She's book solid. She's amazing.
What's her first language?
Spanish.
Ah, there you go.
She cleans the shit with vinegar. She ain't fucking around with no broke shit. You know,
no chemicals.
No chemicals. Your house. It's you want to just lay on the floor and lick it after she's done with it. So. I have a story here.
Go for it.
If you gentlemen don't mind. This is a confession from a man, and he's gonna take it back, and he's gonna be as truthful as he can. So check this out. In my early 20s, I had an obsession with dirty prostitutes. I was a normal guy.
Such a thing as clean ones.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
oh,
here,
yes.
come to my state where they're cleansed monthly.
Cleansed.
I was. They take them to the car wash when they're done. There's like a flatbed with a bunch of hookers strapped on the back of it, like a 53-foot flatbed.
Like all of them go through the car wash like once a month.
It's like a foam party.
Yeah. So this guy, he was a normal guy growing up, but when he found porn, he gravitated towards the hooker stuff. Like it was always about hooking and the payment of it. So once he got his own car, right, he got some money from working, and he found some hookers to have sex with because it was easy now. He had a car, but it got worse. In his words, I wanted the dirty, cracked out ones the most. At 22, I remember I paid a cracked out, dirty, fat black hooker to eat her out. It was $100 to take her to a motel. Listen, it was $100 to take her to a motel. I just had her sit on my face while I sucked on her pussy. She was, hand job while I ate her out in the 69 position. It tasted awful and I smelled terrible, but I fucking loved it.
That's disgusting.
I would come just from the taste, but I've had sex with old strung out sluts all the time. Once I turned 29, I wanted to change, so I didn't have sex for 2 years. So when we went to college, this is all like prior to college, so fucking bravo.
Prior to college, young, dumb, and full of dirty fucking minge.
Took a break for 2 years because he was like, I must cleanse myself of the dirty.
I don't think there's anything that's going to cleanse you but death and then maybe fire.
Then I got a girlfriend. Yeah, just throw yourself in a fire.
Your ashes would be disgusting after.
Well, look, here's the redemption song. I got a girlfriend since then, and I've been good. She knows about my past and has accepted it. But she's like, "What is he?" I used to fuck cracked out, strung out bitches. I used to find them on meth, and I used to take them and pay them $25 or whatever for $100.
She's like, that's cool. I used to blow my garbage man.
Yeah, no worries. All of them. We used to line up. It was like that thing on the couch, the 5 dudes in the back and the white girl in the middle.
I used to sleep on a couch down at the docks.
It's just 5 I used to blow every longshoreman I saw.
Yeah, even the short shoremen. I'd blow them too. Paul Votto's up on the Urban Dictionary again, by the way, guys. He said the car wash is 2 guys nut on a girl from each side on her face. They then proceed to piss their nut off her face. Hence the car wash.
Paul's book
they
is
blow
out.
On her face at the end when it, when
you let us
do
know
that
we can.
That's disgusting. Paul Votto's. For more baking tips, look at Paul Votto's book.
That is fucking gross. That is fucking gross.
He knows all of them, I'm sure. He's paid a lot of women to do all these things to him.
Oh my God.
So, I've got another one here. It's not as strange. It's a little strange. It says, I used to be a dom, and I'm sure that's short for dominatrix, right? Dom is dominatrix. And my favorite client was just wanted me to apply whatever lipstick he picked out and read to him. Sometimes he wanted me to change lipstick halfway through, but it was the best and easiest gig I've ever done.
Oh man!
Change your fucking lipstick.
Okay. I knew this girl that fell on hard times, and she went to work at one of those dungeons where there's no sex, right? but he
One
would
of
pay her
those
to wear.
dungeons.
Well,
What?
yeah, you know dungeons where the dominatrix work and stuff like that. They usually just tie a guy to the wall and whip his balls with a thing or something like that. But they don't have sex. It's not a prostitution thing. I'm pretty sure they're legal in most states. But this girl, he'd pay her to wear these old, like he had these old, like PF Flyer.
Kaylee's in the house.
Canvas
Oh,
shoes,
what's
you
up,
know.
Haley?
And he used to pay her to wear those all day, and then he would come and sniff them for an hour when he got off work, and he paid her like $350 for that. He would just lay on the floor hugging her foot and sniffing it while she sat there and looked on her phone and stuff.
My God. Yeah, she's just like, fucking do whatever you want, you fucking sick bastard. I'm gonna get this.
He was
money.
like a lawyer, like he had money. Yeah.
Right. So
he would take his shoes off, but he wouldn't get naked or do anything like that. He would just hug her foot while she ignored him and looked at her phone while he sniffed her foot.
but this is why it always thrive. This is why this has always thrived. People, it's the old trope saying that I don't pay for the sex, I pay you to leave. So that's right. So I mean, yeah. So I'm sure a story get leaked on the internet. People like us clown on these fuckers and everything like that. But at the same time, these people are anonymous. Like some guy did this, right? So that in itself is already paying. That guy is living his life. No one knows that has somebody with a glass bottom boat in his mouth and he's a shit addict that needs to fucking bathe in shit or whatever, you know? So that's why this still thrives, because there has to be an outlet for freaks to do their shit, come to Vegas or whatever the fuck. You drive 30 miles outside of town, you go to one of the brothels that we'll talk about pretty soon, and then you do whatever the fuck you want to do, you negotiate a price, and you go the fuck home. Done. Like, you're not taking it back to your wife. You can't find a girl. You can't find a girl to say shit on your chest.
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yeah. You would be surprised how many quote-unquote normal women would be willing to do that crazy shit for their man. I've known a few that were like, do you want me to do this? I'm like, no, why the fuck would I want that?
I don't know if I think they wouldn't be hard to find out there, but I wouldn't class them as normal.
Well, you know what? Women are willing to do a lot more than men are for their loved ones. Just saying.
Yeah. All right. So I've got another. This one's off Reddit. Okay.
Oh God. Cesspool.
Yeah. It's more the comment after that's funny, but I'm gonna say because people comment obviously all underneath that, right?
Gay bar.
So I was a patrol officer. Is a very quiet suburban town. Okay. Found a van parked in a residential neighborhood with 4 guys standing outside. The ground was littered with beer cans and used condoms. Inside the van was a guy fucking a nasty crack hoe. Turns out it was a bachelor party, and the plan was to get a bunch of hookers, but they lost all their money at a casino earlier in the night, so they could only afford to get one. Each guy got to fuck her, with the groom to be going first. The last guy was the father of the groom, by far one of the nastiest things that I'd ever seen.
That is disgusting.
Amazing.
It's disgusting, but it's funny thing is the comment. The comment says, Dad, I'm first, then John, Mike, George, Harry, Mac, Carl, Jason, Tim, Anthony, Charles, Bill, Murray, Clinton, and Brian. Then you get a turn, Dad, because you're so fucking shit at blackjack.
Holy shit.
I'm thinking maybe the dad had the biggest dong.
30 fucking.
Like, I'm not following him.
I'll show you how to fuck a prostitute.
Now, if you do that, it would make sense to go in size order for the guys, right? Because you don't want the biggest guy going first. You want to kind of
right. By the time, can you imagine?
Don't give it to my dad. He's hung like a mule. He'll ruin it for everybody.
Start off with the microscopic inside wiener guy and all the way to fucking big dong. So
exactly.
Leaves some for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Kaylee Dovlet, that hasn't joined not once.
Like drawing straws.
Woodwork. So basically, if I go to Las Vegas, AC will wingman a hooker for me. Sweet. Babe, there's no wingmanning anything. I'll go with you, and you will get a hooker for the legal.
For yourself.
It's not even
to show up.
I don't have to negotiate shit for you, girl.
Because Kaylee's a dirty pirate hooker anyway.
She is. You're going to be amongst your people.
Yeah, amongst your people. You speak the language.
Do you speak hooker? That means $3,000. So let's see. So I have something here. So I have a bit of an interview with a prostitute. Okay. This is a prostitute of mine. Paul Votto says, always go last so that everyone else catches everything before you do that sloppy tenths. Not even sloppy seconds.
Always go last. So everyone else catches everything before you do sloppy tenths.
That's right.
That's funny.
You got to. By the time you get in there, dude, it's like, it's nothing. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
We've been here before.
So
go ahead, AC. You had something to play.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. No, I'm actually going to read this out. So there's so it's an interview, right? And this guy kind of sat down found a hooker on Craigslist, sat down with her, and said, sat down and kind of asked some questions. So like this chick was really open about it, and she goes, kind of what I mentioned earlier. This is the same girl.
She was open about it.
How did you get into prostitution? Well, it's just I was a masseuse for a while, but I couldn't pay bills, so I slowly started offering happy endings to guys and girls at the end in very subtle ways as to not get in trouble. And rationalizing in my head, I didn't find it to be prostitution, but just something to be like kind of a little gray area, right? It happened to be a little too forward with a man and then reported me to my boss. I was immediately fired and blacklisted from all the local spas, but luckily, or not so luckily, I had my clients' numbers and they visited me at home. And basically what she says, what I said earlier, one man didn't care for the massages anymore. And she was like, fuck it, I'll pay triple for sex. It took half the time. So I offered the same to other clients. And suddenly I was making 6 times the amount as I was before, 3 times the money in half the time. So it's completely 100,000% money driven. And some people get off on it. Some people, like I said, that teacher in Minnesota, she's like, you know what? I'm done being a good one. I'm going to get my rocks off. Maybe she's fucking perfect. Maybe she's the beacon of light in Minnesota, but then she comes to get her fucking pussy slammed here in Nevada for 4 months, and then she goes back and she's like, that felt great. I'll get back to teaching.
I'm assuming she's not married.
Whom? This one?
That hooker teacher.
Oh, I don't know. It's just an anecdote that I read. Maybe like, look, that chick was fucking married, dude. Some guys are into it. She's like, you know what? My dick doesn't work. Okay, I make the money. Go fuck I don't know. Some people on TikTok, I've seen it. There's like and they clown on her, but like this guy was like, hey, the woman was like, my husband's picking me up from my date last night. And he's like in the car filming her come back in a slut outfit. She was probably rammed all night. And he's getting in the car like, hi, babe. Want to go to IHOP? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, right? I'm going to limp after that night. I knew a guy that was he lived in Memphis, right? And there was a prominent newscaster in Memphis. Like he would never tell me the guy's name. He said, "No, I signed a non-disclosure thing. It was like a real legal shit." And dude had in his house, he had like all the pro camera equipment and shit like that. This is back in the 90s when people didn't have like HD cameras everywhere on their fucking house, on their doorbell and shit. So he's like, man, this hotter like 50-year-old lady came into the bar. He was hanging out in a dive bar, like a real shithole. And she went in there and found him. And she said, you want to come home with me? And they paid him like $500 to bang the dude's wife. And he filmed it the whole time like a director. He was acting like a director. He had a chair and shit. He was like, action. He's like, can I warm up at least? But he said he did it like 2 or 3 times. And he was like, man, he had the big reel-to-reel camera, like the big fucking news-style camera and shit. Yeah, dude was like a weirdo. And I was like, come on, man, which guy is it? Because I think if you watch the news in Memphis, you could tell which guy it is. You know which guy's the cuck and which guy's not. There's a white guy on a prominent news station who was a weirdo, man. He said, man, the girl was hot. His wife was like 50-something, but she went to the gym every day, and he said she looked good. He's like, I would have done it for free, but they paid me $500.
Oh, my God.
So... It's right. The freaks are mixed in with the normal folks. The people you think are like normal, like preachers and stuff like that.
Those are the best.
And shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Politicians
like,
and
all
bankers,
types of people
lawyers,
get
judges.
caught. You go. It's like fight abortion, and you're like, this is not even in cases of incest and rape, and then you turn around and the same guy gets caught paying for an abortion. Like it's just fucking. It's insane. There's nobody says what they mean. Anyway.
I do. Fuck you. That's what I mean.
You don't say what you mean.
I do. Usually I do. People very rarely get. What did he mean by that? That's why I say fuck you a lot, because there's no confusion with that.
Exactly.
You know exactly what I mean when I say fuck you, buddy.
That's right. So if you guys want to hear a little bit more about this lady, so she has a son, and the one of the questions was, when your son grows up and inevitably finds out, will you be upset? And she says, yes, it haunts me before bed every night. I take NyQuil every single night of my life. I am haunted by the demons of shame. I do not care what the neighbors think, or my mom, my sister, or enemies. I care what he thinks. And I shake with anxiety when it comes into my mind. It's why drugs are so pervasive in prostitution. And that's a poignant line, because it's the shame that you have to cope with, right? But you still do it because the money's so great. But the shame, the societal fucking just put you in a corner, fucking, you are this. I'm sure there's different reasons, but yeah, sex workers are usually shamed, and that's why they take drugs to numb it, and that leads to addiction, and it's fucked up.
Well, a lot of them come from abusive
And
backgrounds.
you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
That's a male prostitute when he knocks on your door.
Perfect. Hello, are you ready to receive my flaccid penis?
Oh man, that guy's a
I've got
legend.
another one here. This mine are just lots of little short stories here, but this one is and finally was at the end of this first page I got. I had a client that wanted me to give him a prostate exam while I punched him in the balls and masturbated. I got paid amazing and got rid of some stress. That's
Oh man,
another
they must have a
hookup.
good health care plan to cover all that.
Hey, question real quick. So those guys that like to get their balls stomped on, right? How often does that happen
thank you,
before you
Cassie.
get ball cancer? Like, you're right. If you get
Yeah.
constantly bashed in the balls, don't you eventually get some kind of cancer or some kind of?
Wasn't it like a famous actor? Or,
Hold, shout out to Cassie. Thanks for helping that get up to that 10,000 likes. Appreciate that, love.
Oh,
It's
you're awesome.
fantastic of you.
What up, TikTok?
Awesome. Is that Skunk Gang over
TikTokers.
there on TikTok? You guys are awesome.
Yeah, there's some of the skunk gang over there. Yep, that's right. They're
Savage
dropping
those
in.
guys, them hope dealers.
Yeah, I think TikTok. Gary jumped in. There was kind of hippie, kind of hood. Cassie's here now.
Hey, what's up?
Little Rach was in
Gary.
before.
Well, you
Yeah.
see though,
So
I did hear about somebody.
I
who
am
was,
Dave. Thank you.
Some famous person, right? They died from testicle trauma like that. Like they had some kind of.
Yeah,
cancer,
let's
some
let's
shit.
break that down for a second, man. Let's for real, like this dominatrix shit, right? Where they tie a dude up, right, and for some fucked up reason he's willing to go through this shit, and he'll be there, and they'll have like high heel stilettos, and they will stomp fair square in the bullseye of his testicle, right? Squash it like a fucking ping pong ball. How does he survive? Like I thought that would kill. I thought that would kill you, And I'm not even exaggerating. I thought that would squash your fucking. I don't know, the pain.
Well, I knew a guy that had a pinball accident, and he busted one of his nuts in half. Like he cracked it in half in his ball sack. Yeah.
Pardon me?
Nut.
He was playing pinball and he got a little too excited. And you know that knob you pull back to hit the
Yeah,
ball like that?
boing,
Boing.
smacked his fucking nut with it.
Well, he jumped up and kind of put his crotch on that by accident, and it cracked one of his balls in half.
Wow.
Pop a free game. He was doing really well, and the thing went pop.
Well, they had to tilt. They had that little tilt rod set a little bit too hard, so he was trying to tilt the machine, and they.
Oh wow.
Shit.
Yeah, he's like, it hurt really bad and it swelled up, and I knew something was wrong when I started peeing blood. I was like, yeah, that's a bad sign, buddy. But his brother took a picture of his balls, and one of them was like the size of a potato.
Oh my God.
Half inside.
Shit.
I got shot.
Actually, they had to cut him open and sew that son of a bitch back together.
Ooh, sewing a testicle ball back together. I just
They wrapped it
I
in
don't
foil,
get.
put it in
I
back
don't-
in the oven.
I don't get how dudes can go through a squashed ball like that. Really, like a fucking stiletto. I mean, you might as well smack it with a hammer. If you put your fucking nuts on the floor and smashed it with a hammer,
Right.
you're dead, right?
Number one, how do you know you like that? Number two,
How do you know
How
you like that?
accidents.
That's
how
another
many
fucking
times
question.
how can you possibly know that you're not going to hurt yourself permanently? And how many
Or
times
die.
could you possibly do that? I have 3 questions. How many times could you possibly do that before it's like, oh my God, I only
This is
get
the bloke
3
who got me on the penis before.
I did see a video of a guy that, like, he built a platform, right? It was like 4 inches high or 8, I don't know, 8 to 12 inches high or whatever. And he climbed under it and it had a hole cut in the middle of the plywood. And he'd pull his balls out through it. He'd push them through that. And then the girl would come and kick it like a soccer ball.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Holy shit!
Oh,
I know
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
see, I'm assuming that guys figure out they like that by accident. Because
Oh shit. Oh wow. I love that.
I don't think
You-
anybody
what, you-
ever
have-
went, you know what? I
You've
wonder
never
what
been
it
hit
feel
the
like.
nuts.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
been hitting the nuts, yeah.
Exactly. Like there's
I used to take
nothing
karate, man.
pleasurable about it, right?
No, I used to take karate, man. Some kid kicked me square in the balls, man. It fucking hurt.
And it would hurt more with the little flick compared to the big boot as well. You know that little fucking boop, that right pressure.
Oh, yeah, just that toenail hitting the front of
send them back inside your stomach, and you'll be in fetal position on the floor, squirming like a bitch.
I have a story,
You know?
but before that, wax job. Paul Botto says a wax job. The act of an Asian woman filleting a man until he has an erection. That's harder than the Chinese arithmetic. Karate chop in the middle of his dick, blowing the wax out of his ears. Oh wow!
Oh man.
I think we're going to do a show on TikTok,
It's
Paul
also
Vard
called
and
the
myself,
Candlestick
about
Maker.
this book that he's got. We're going to read some of these out for the public. So maybe it'd be good. I'll speak to him about that.
Oh,
Go to
This is gonna be
Vado,
great.
Vado.tv after this show and laugh with Paul.
Follow Paul Votto for it hilarity, just nonstop
Votto's
hilarity. The guy's famous. He's
TikTok
Talented
Paul Votto.
comic, man.
Yeah,
He's a
TikTok.
talented, what do you call it, improv comic, man. He's funny.
Just a
funny
talented
fucking dude,
man.
It's a talented
Funny
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
And his sister is hot as shit too, by the way. Have you guys seen his sister? She's smoking.
I'm lucky to
No, I
yeah.
have not.
Oh yeah, she's a good looking one. Send
I'm
out
lucky
a couple
to
pictures of
call
your
him
sister,
friend,
Paul.
Send them to me, Paul.
Yeah, she's smoking hot, dude. You're gonna be all about that. I'd pay for her copy machine ass.
So now that we're talking about balls, right? So I was invited to go to Miami before I moved to Las Vegas. Before I moved to Las Vegas, I was invited in Miami to do paintballing, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll come. And I was actually pretty good. You know, I'm a gamer, and I put myself in that gamer mode where I was just like, you know, I started picking people off. And believe it or not, your boy was the last of the two people left. The other person was like a 13-year-old kid, and I knew I had him dead to rights. I was up against
All the rest, like 7 or 8.
yeah, all the 3-year-olds. I killed all the 3-year-olds.
They're all dead.
Right.
And the
so-
kid in the wheelchair, he got him first.
Oh yeah, he was the slowest. I got the kid in the wheelchair. I got Robert
I thought it
Downsey,
was the blind kid.
Robert Downsey, the kid in the wheelchair, and Trevor. I killed everybody.
He got him right away, man.
Right. All the
He threw
3-year-olds.
candy on the floor, and they bent over. He shot him right in the ass.
It was like Anakin and the younglings. It was like, get out of here, right? So
I killed them. I killed them all.
I killed them all.
Animals.
Killed them all. You did.
Paul Votto says Barbara Koa. That's his sister. Yeah, she's good looking, man.
Oh, Barbara
I'd like
Koa.
Maybe if we ever meet her in
I
person,
mean, can we
roast her
Google her?
like
Is she a
pig-
porn
like
star or
pig.
something? Or
Oh no, she's worse
It's
than
just
that. I mean, better than that.
The hottest chick with Paul Votto's head.
all right.
So I was dead to rights, right? I was up against the wall, and I knew the kid was scared because, you know, I'm like a 35-year-old guy. Like, and he's like, oh my God. And so we both do that whole like thing where we pop out and point the gun at each other. And I had him. I put him right in the chest, and I hit him. Top. Hit him right in the chest. But he went, oh my God. He got so scared that he hit trigger, and he fucking shot me in my left nut.
Oof.
So fucking hard that I fell to the floor in the fetal position. I was grabbing the earth, and I was going like this, shaking, and I had never felt such intense pain. I thought it was,
How far away was the distance?
oh, it was like
Point
5 feet
blank.
away. It was like 5.
It was
6
like, sorry?
5, 6
Point
feet away.
blank, man.
Oh, dude, my dad used to own paintballing fields, right? So I've grown up with paintballing. I'm fucking savage
You know-
at it. I understand. They come out
It
at
hurts.
300 foot per second, 280 to 300 foot per second out the muzzle, right?
Man.
The PSI was
Yeah,
mad.
they do.
Any faster than that, they'll fucking splatter. And I know I've gone, I don't know, 6 foot. That's 2 meters away or so, and I've gone a little further than that away with my arms on my head and got people to shoot me in the stomach just to test that. And that makes me fucking squirm. So to be shot in the left nut at that distance.
Left nut. It's throbbing now as I talk about it.
Well, that's the
He
key.
used by the way, AC used to have a lower voice than what he speaks with now, but it's a little higher. Yeah.
And
It used to
he's
be-
only half the man he used to be too, because he only got one nut now. It's still got blue stains on it.
Yeah.
From the paintball.
QSTP.
Well, the one thing about paintballing is, man, sometimes if you don't wear, you get those guys that wear like fitting clothes. You got to wear really loose clothes if you go paintball.
And a cup. And a fucking cup. I can't
Yeah.
stress
Yeah,
this enough.
you gotta wear a cup. Yeah. So what happened? I want to know what happened, AC. Like you on the floor clutching the earth and
Is it pee blood and shit?
Everyone was around me, and some people were laughing because, you know, I'm a jokester, so people thought, like, they didn't know if I was joking.
I
Or if
would
I,
have laughed.
all the kids are going,
just for a moment. And then everybody was like, at that moment where everybody's like, oh my God, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
that thing's really hurt. You know, and you see
The wheelchair kid was doing wheelies.
and the kid felt so bad. The kid started crying. He was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." You know, he's like, "It's not your fault." You know, as soon as I can catch my breath, I was like, "It's not your fault." You know, I was just dying. I've never seen my world. You ever been blackout drunk and the world starts getting that tunnel vision and the blackness all around you? That's what I felt. Stars wasn't even. I mean, that's not even a turn. Like seeing stars I was seeing planets, galaxies. I was out of this world. It's basically a DMT trip. I was
damn.
dead. Yeah,
Maybe
it was.
that's
Yeah.
why guys do it.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Maybe that's why guys do it. It releases those endorphins and shit in your blood, and you're just like, I feel great now.
Do you think that if I would have come right there, do you think that I would have known?
Absolutely, 100%. You would have been paying women to shoot you in the balls with paintball guns.
I love this now, and now I know why.
Yeah. It's a crazy thing. It has to be done by accident. Like, a guy had to have had that similar experience to you and been like, you know what? I felt so good afterwards. It was such a stress reliever. I'm going to pay women to kick me in the balls.
Yeah. And how do you? But again, you know how you always see like motocross guys and and they go up a ramp and then they do 6 backflips and they fall and they're like, woo! You're like, how the fuck did you learn how to do that? Yeah. If you fuck up one time, you will die. And they're falling into foam, pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So if a guy would have shot you in the balls with a Nerf gun and you could have built up to that.
Those little darts, little suction darts.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you want to try to do a share screen? Maybe we can find a paintball thing to the nuts. I think I might have something coming up here.
Paul Bonner says he's been watching airsoft BB videos on YouTube, and his favorite is when the guys get shot in the nuts. Of course it is, man.
That's what I'm trying to look up right now. I
mean,
wonder if I should just
do it.
Share a screen here. Hang on.
You know what's weird on the other side though? The women's side, they have titty torture. Some women love to have their breasts all slapped around and nipples burned and shit like that. I guess it's kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, again, just crazy because you have to know you like it, and you have to take such a fucking personal risk to feel. Because I wonder if anybody was like, you know what, I want to try scat play, I want to try shit play, and then you get there and you're like,
oh, be an accident too.
I hate this, I hate that. Like, has anybody been like, no, I don't like this, and like backed away from the shit party, or by the time you're in there, you're like, finally, how.
We have a friend who's a musician. He was telling us a story about this exact thing that you're talking about. He got invited to like this fancy Hollywood party. His Hollywood elites and actors and shit were there and stuff. And he was real hungover and drunk and stuff because he's a musician, and that's 90% of the time, except for when you're on stage. So he went to the party and he accidentally threw up all over the people.
Oh God!
And he was apologizing. Oh man, I'm so sorry. And he goes, no, it's that kind of party. Turns out, like, he accidentally vomited at a vomit guy's house.
Thank God.
They were like, he's totally into it, man. They want to invite you back.
We didn't know you like that shit. Yeah. Come on. He's like, what are you? And what happens at a vomit party? They're just like serving, instead of champagne, it's like glasses of warm milk.
I think they puke on each other's dicks and shit. I don't know. I mean, it's just weird stuff. I've never been to a vomit party. I've vomited after parties.
Yeah.
But,
last weekend.
Never at the party.
Last weekend.
Yeah. So.
Holy shit.
Rock's going. Well, it's funny. Like, I think a lot of things happen by accident. Now Rocstedi's on the bottom. Look at this. We're playing music.
She just dropped out there. I don't know what happened there.
There we go.
Hey, we're back.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Hey. Get your hand off my penis, Rock.
Get your hand off my penis!
I love that guy. Oh, Portuguese breakfast. Paul Vado's getting disgusting now.
You know what a Portuguese breakfast is. So Paul Vado also says, I've been watching airsoft BB videos on YouTube, and my favorite shots are when someone takes a BB to the nuts. Thank you, Paul.
I just read that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I was looking at something else. I apologize.
I just read that one, but yeah.
Sorry, I was reading about this story. My apologies.
I want to see Bruce Jenner get shot in the nuts. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner.
It was new to me when I read it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right, so we got a couple more. What have we got here? I'm trying
shot
to
me
find...
right in the lady penis. Oh.
Okay, so I don't think I've read this one, but it says one client wanted a rather gassy experience. I used to be a professional dominatrix and have a lot of stories, but one of the weirdest was an extremely pushy fart fetishist who wanted me to use a bicycle pump to fill myself up with air so I could fart super hard in his face.
That's dangerous.
Wow. I turned him down, then he asked me out and was genuinely mystified as to why I turned him down.
Wow.
Is it me?
That's weird.
God damn.
You just got to find some farty chick, man. Go to Taco Bell. Just start asking all the girls at the Taco Bell drive-thru, hey, what are you doing after this?
Oh, God.
There you go.
Now, see, it's weird. You don't remember in the early days of internet and stuff, they had, like, dating chat rooms and shit like that. There was one, I don't know if it was somebody trolling or it was serious, but there was this girl on there who said, she wanted to watch movies with somebody, but come over for dinner and we eat really gassy foods and then we just fart the whole time we're watching the movies. Like no sex or anything. She just was trying to date somebody who wanted to fart all night long with her. I think that's weird.
All night long.
It is weird.
Let me fart that zone.
Hey, I do want to share my screen. If you haven't found anything to share, I do want to share some old timey photos of like Wild West prostitutes. Maybe we can take
Go
a
ahead.
look at what they used
I want to see it.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Paul Vano gave us a little message. He said he hooked up with a girl from the hair and makeup department of a show he did once. When I was sucking on her titties, she asked me to suck on them like a newborn baby.
Nice.
Look.
Sucking like a newborn
Man,
baby.
that chick on the right is hot.
Yeah, she is. She looks like fucking Matthew McConaughey. What the fuck is going on?
I made this.
That's Matthew
Right, Cassie.
McConaughey.
Thank you, Cassie, for dropping in on TikTok and for helping us out there. We really appreciate it.
Hell yeah! What's up, TikTok?
That's not all right.
So these are hookers from the Old West, are they? Because the one on the left is
That's
she's
a man.
kind of cute. No, the one on the right is a man. One with the white.
Yeah, the one with the white
On the
lifting up her shawl. That chick.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
got nice legs, man. I like them stockings.
She has.
Scroll that picture back up. I want to see the stockings.
Pull it up. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
see,
days,
that's
baby.
nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
Forget the stockings.
No shoes. I wanted to wear cowboy boots with cow shit all over them though.
This whole thing here, this whole region here is very nice.
Yeah,
That's all right.
This is barely
That's a nice
like,
picture.
oh, look at my pussy. Like it's
Yeah, I mean, hey,
And
look.
you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
my limp penis.
Oh, man. See, I like that view. I like both of them. Now that one, I'm not so much into it.
It's hard in many ways in the Old West, right? As young men flooded the frontier looking for work in an environment where they vastly outnumbered women, leading
That guy found
to
work.
the golden age of brothels run by savvy madams. So chicks would get on it, dude. They'd make a fucking brothel. Madams would get these girls in line, and it's 19th century frontier.
Actually, honestly, I think the one on the right is not a man. Look, there's no Adam's apple, and that's a
No.
soft chin. That's a woman, right?
Call her not long neck. Yeah,
It's a really ugly woman.
yeah,
Look
she's
at,
a
the
really-
hand, look at the hand on that broad, though. She's been doing some churning.
Okay, look at this scene. Does this turn you on?
No. That
Two
looks like one.
prostitutes.
Looks like one of them guys who has the baby fetish where he wants you to powder his bottom and stuff.
One on the left looks like it's got your haircut there, Elvis. Thank you very much, he says.
Yeah, you ain't can dig in.
This beautiful scene with these two lovely dolls dressed up as people, two prostitutes in an elaborate room in brothel room in Miles, Montana, a town which district judge describes as a lively little town of 1,000 inhabitants, but utterly demoralized and lawless. So back in the day, this is where guys check chicks' oil. They fucking check dipsticks right here in this fucking baby room. Ain't that a bitch? Look at how
Hitch that wagon
terrifying.
to that person.
Everything in this room is so terrifying.
Well, not if you're a
Yeah.
cowboy. I mean, getting, almost getting scalped and almost dying from dysentery and shit. This is a pretty pleasant scene when you come back in off the road.
Right. Sure. working at the
Yeah.
silver mine all day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's go through here. Let's oh hey, look at this young
That's all
lady.
right. I mean, she's not
It's
too bad.
Jesus' daughter.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like it?
Oh my god.
Peace be with you.
That was so fast. That was great. Almost without exception, pioneer mining camps, boom towns, and whistle stops. I can't whistle, but I can't whistle when if not I do that. Boom towns and whistle stops became home to at least one or two prostitutes, if not a roaring red light district on every town. So imagine hardworking guys are getting paychecks, especially here in Nevada, because I learned a little bit of the history. So some of these places, people were working on the railroad. They were making new mining towns. There's silver mines here in Nevada. So these guys would get their paychecks, and there would have to be these gaming, here in Nevada, gaming and then prostitution, because one begets the other. And some really smart people. If you ever seen a movie called or a series called Deadwood, you guys would know how kind of like that Montana.
That's about a guy who could never visit a prostitute because he had impotency.
And they didn't have Viagra.
Right.
Cialis.
Deadwood.
Deadwood. His dick was Deadwood.
Its original name was
Deadwood.
Sadcock, but they had to
They
change
used
it.
to call him Dickie Deadwood.
Yeah. Here are some lively prostitutes here. So 6 of Dawson City's good time girls are prostitutes posing for a photograph in Dawson, Yukon, Canada, about 1900. So right at the turn of the last century, or the century before last, if you will.
I mean, they're all wearing like draperies as clothes. How do you know?
They must have been broke.
Look at some of these are rough, dude. Yeah, well, they're standing in trash. Look at they're standing on a pile of trash.
Look at that one in the middle. She looks like you press her fucking face in dough to make gorilla biscuits.
That's the one that wants to step on your balls.
I hate men. I hate fucking men.
That's the original. She's like, I'll step on any balls you
want. She's the madam.
She's the original sin. That's her.
This one doesn't even know how photographs work. She's just looking away with a fucking.
She's digging holes.
But for a photograph back then,
she's a rock. We call her a rock breaker.
Yeah. This one's happy to be around, dude. This one, the one all the way to the right there. She's like, she's
like, please, don't put me on Instagram.
What is Instagram? What is Instagram?
Not the
hand-drawn picture at the post office back in the day.
There
you go. That's a Wizard of Oz fetish going on right there.
This is a brothel owner and Madam Alice Abbott. She's at the top left. Kept the photo of her album days as Madam in El Paso, Texas. So even down in El Paso.
How do I get to the brothel? Biceps. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
There's no place like a brothel. There's no place like a brothel.
Can you click those ruby heels together with my balls in between them? Thank you.
Twist your wrist 3 times.
What? This is the only one with a smirk. Everyone's so sad, and she has a smirk like a little clown.
That's she just got fucked right there.
That's Edma. So here we have Chippa, Edma.
Who's the guy in the top left?
That's the madam.
That's Lou Ferrigno.
That's right. We call her Bob.
Yeah. Bobby Madam.
Her name is the Brow.
Yeah. And this is the last one here.
Is that a dead hooker? What? Somebody holding that one up?
Propping her up like Weekend at Bernie's over here. She's like,
exactly. Is she holding her up?
Everybody. Oh, so a little story here. I just read this. So a prostitute shows her off her finery in Jerome, Arizona. Jerome, Arizona happens to be, I visited that about a year ago. That's where everybody knows my favorite band is Tool.
And he's
frozen.
Hey, Rock, she's got a wizard sleeve.
And that's where the singer of Tool lives and has like... She's got a whole wizard sleeve.
Oh, shit.
Jerome, Arizona.
Oh, fuck.
Sleeve of wizard. Your vagine is... like, this bitch is holding up a goose, yo.
You froze it just the wrong time, AC.
I heard everything.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear it? Oh, because
I'm fucking dying laughing over here. So anyway, Jerome, Arizona I've been there. And the singer of Tool lives. That's why I did a pilgrimage out there. But this place is a tiny little place in a mountain, and she has the sleeve of wizard.
It looks like a huge place, but in a valley.
Come on in. Is she holding her up by her tits? What's going on?
No idea. It costs extra to have the other one show up.
Look at her hand. Against nothing.
Just fold it in half and stitch it together.
Jerome, Arizona, the only place where you can come fuck a ghost.
Oh shit! Oh, we've got a couple of messages from Juanito, man. They'd be sitting here. I'm gonna get to them. I left them accidentally. Here we go. I was gonna knock him out.
Townies there. Titty torture, nipple torture is also
yeah. See,
pussy torture, fucking clit. All you mean
that's
anything
torture.
You can imagine. So
yeah, you're into it.
I don't get it, but hey, that's my business to jerk off to.
You sure do know a lot about it.
He masturbates to being confused about other people's sexual preferences.
Some vintage porn. Yeah, I jerk off to that too. I mean, myself.
I do jerk off to it. I mean, yeah, I do jerk off.
Sorry, Elvis. When I hit it, there's like a pause before, and that's why I always cut you off, man. Yeah,
that's fine.
Hello to the TikTokers dropping in the room. Punky, special. Hey, stop. Shout outs for fucking Punky, man.
Yo.
What's up, Punky?
Cheers. Yeah.
Punky, welcome to the broadcast. What's going on? Everybody on TikTok, hello. We have not forgotten about you.
Everybody on TikTok, everybody on Rumble, everybody on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere. No Fireside this week. Fuck all Fireside. We're done with you. If you're hearing this on Fireside, somebody hacked our shit.
Were those pictures done, AC? Because they were great. They really were fucking great.
Oh, I want to see some. Imagine every one of them's dead. They probably all died from syphilis.
Yeah, we can move on. They were fantastic. I mean,
Shitty JR in the house. How are you?
Do you think like new prostitutes have like pictures of the old school ones in their locker and shit? Like, you know, like young basketball players love Michael Jordan and stuff like that.
Like this. Like, I want to be this bitch. This bitch fucked 45 guys in one.
Yeah. This was look at this, a picture of old Snatch McGee. She's my favorite.
Yeah, actually. Also, a photographer who spent 5 years in the. And this is really what I wanted to. This is great because this hits really close to home. So Nevada has a lot of brothels, and a photographer who spent 5 years found so legal prostitution was nothing like the guy thought. Nothing like the guy thought. So I'm going to share the screen here, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, so we can.
We found our rhythm by the end. Oh, wow. 5 years at Nevada's brothels found legal prostitution was nothing like what he thought.
Mm-hmm. So
what do you think it would be?
Well, I didn't. Did you ever think of a brothel with like just a stripper pole that you can participate with? You're sitting right here, and all the girls are around you, and then they get to kind of audition, and you go you, and you. Candy.
Well, yeah, it's like going to used car lot.
Right. The used car lot. That's a beautiful way to put that.
Except that you can't take a test drive in them. You can just look at it. You can kick the tires, but you're not driving anything off the lot till you sign your name on a line.
This baby right here will get 5 miles to the gallon. Let's do it.
This one was just ridden hard and put up wet. Don't take that one, I swear.
Don't take that one. You have to take a shower first.
This one's just an old lady who used to go to the grocery store once a week.
So here, you can see like so people who've never been to Nevada or don't realize what this is. That's pretty much what it is. There is nothingness. It's black
hell right there. That's
hell,
lake of
desert,
fire, yeah.
And then right here.
Where is that?
Right here, Nevada, where I live.
That's really. It looks like that.
This is Las Vegas. Yeah, so it's nothingness. A vast. They used to test fucking nuclear weapons out here. So there's nothing out here except for that little brilliant speck. But inside of that is more than you can possibly imagine 1,000 times over. So it's really crazy. Yeah,
it's like the VIP lounge in hell.
Right. So this is what they kind of look like. So this is what the ranches look like and the bunny ranches. So
Paul Vita's right about that.
Thank you for the coins. Thank you for the likes, guys, on TikTok.
Yeah, thank you guys. So yeah,
you guys just like cars, not real estate.
If you guys want to see what this looks like, you totally can. And Nevada's a big state, so it's not just Las Vegas, right? So this is like a Carson City one. Looks like a truck stop, but it's legal. So the sex workers are recommended he try the small Elko Eli, which is the proprietors might find a little friendlier in a smaller towns because this photographer was trying to get photographs of every single one in Nevada and kind of put together a book. Yeah, and they let him do it, but it took him a long time. So people with smaller towns were a little friendly on it.
Took him an hour each time he paid for it. I mean,
so these are called lineup brothels, are where they actually line up and they call the girls and they're like, and all the chicks. I don't know how they do it, but
I've been to one of them in Mexico. Nice. I actually went, believe it or not, and I admit that I have been to a hooker or two before, but I went to Mexico and it wasn't for me. I was going with a friend, and he was lining up all the girls at Adelitas there, which you may have heard in Tijuana, and it was the same thing, just to line them up and pick what you want, much like what this picture is, but they're all standing up.
And then they brought a donkey out at the end. He's like, "That's the one."
He always tricks me like that. Yeah.
Adelitas. Paul Vado knows.
Adelitas. Yeah. Paul.
See, now that one, you'd have to pay me for that one right there. Sorry. That one's not. That one looks like a gym teacher from the early 80s. Yeah. Exactly. She's like, yeah, I entered the lumberjack competitions. I'm a power lifter and also a prostitute on the side. Yeah. Well, get on somebody else's side. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'd take the wizard sleeve one over this one.
The wizard sleeve wasn't too bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Chicago Club.
I think AC's frozen.
Maybe.
He is, yeah.
Funny because he's in Vegas. It's like 150 degrees over there.
I've got another story.
A lot about prostitutes.
He does know a little bit too much about prostitutes, but all right, here we go. I just want to say, acknowledge the people on TikTok. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the hearts, thanks for the coins and the roses and the whole lot. So I really appreciate it, guys. I'm still trying to keep up with my TikTok
Yeah, thanks
knowledge.
everybody for stopping by.
We lost AC, but he'll be
We
back.
lost AC,
Doing
but
a-
now we're back.
Doing a little restart. I've got another story here. So, yeah, all right, I'll read this one out. So, no, I just read that one, but I'm going to read. Where's another good one here? I haven't read this one, but it says foot fetishes. How bad can it be? Can get a little out of hand. Splishing booking. I ground a sponge cake into this guy's face with my ass while pouring custard on his dick and jerking him off before doing body slides with custard all over us. Neither of us could stand on the tiled floor afterwards because we'd covered it with so much slippery food. Another user, so and so said, could relate. Had a guy that liked me for don't know why. Had a guy that liked me to throw pies at him while he jerked off to shaving cream pies that they added. There you go, another one that likes to stick pies thrown at him.
Why shaving cream?
Old
You
Charlie
can't
Chaplin.
eat any of it, man. I'd have to coconut custard or something edible.
Well, you remember Amazon Goddess, the prostitute from New York that was on stereo.
Yeah, she was from all over the country because she had warrants.
From over the country, right? Yeah, but she's openly told the stories about there was an Asian guy that hired her for an hour just to stand there and throw pies at her. So she had pies thrown at her over and over and over. That was one of the gigs she got paid for real.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of prostitutes have a high opinion of themselves at the end of the day. I think they all kind of regret it. I mean, because if you're a woman, every woman, little girl dreams about getting married and having kids and stuff like that. And then that biology kicks in, and you're like, oh man, I've had sex with 10,000 different guys and did all kinds of weird shit. How am I going to find a man that wants me? You know.
Apologies, boys.
What's
He's
up,
back.
I'm getting some spotty internet here, but let me go ahead and do that.
That's
again.
all right. We're getting sort of kind of close towards the end anyway.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that
She's
one there,
back.
that's not a good looking woman.
Sorry about that. It's very frustrating to watch everything just go connecting. So,
Those on TikTok, we've got all the visuals on YouTube and Twitch if you want to go over to see them over there.
Well, that one looks like a what's her name?
That one actually looks all right.
Looks like a
from what I
dollar
can
store
see.
Bridget Bardot, though.
Yeah, dollar store.
Yeah.
The Wish.com Bridget Bardot.
It's my cup of tea. I'll be honest, I'd bowl it over.
Juanito says he's genuinely enjoying the conversation, so we thank you very much. I don't know if you guys read that already,
Who
but
said that? Sorry.
Juanito.
Where is this? Where is he saying that? Doesn't show for us.
I read it earlier while I was had nothing to do. But
Okay.
Yeah, and then here's a guy who's really happy to be there. He's just.
I can tell by his 1970s clothes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the year did that guy fall out of?
1978. Here I am. The room is also 1978, so he's stepped into a fucking time warp.
He created a time warp.
He put his cane up on the table. He's like, "All right, I'm ready to fuck."
Jeez.
So,
damn.
So this guy really had to take some pictures and try not to spook people. Imagine like putting yourself in that situation where, like, we're podcasters, right? So we want to do our, we want to go places, and like I'd want to interview these chicks on a podcast, right?
Thank you,
guy,
JR. Appreciate that.
His medium is to photograph, so he has to like go around not spooking these people. Can you imagine doing a live cast from a brothel? That would be fantastic.
I'm pretty sure you got to ask permission to take a photo of somebody in a private place.
That's true, and most people were okay with it by what they were saying. So, so most of Nevada's brothels are in the same place outside of the city. So, there's some places actually in Las Vegas that it's actually legal, like a place within it's called Paradise where you can't do it, but just on the outskirts it's legal. So I mean it's a gray area, but some of them just share the same parking lot. They're just like out there. There's so much open land that you can do almost whatever you want. And here's another lady who's looks like she's had it easy.
Gosh, she looks like someone I don't like on stereo.
She looks like Lisa Nelson.
Lisa Nelson? No,
I'm kidding.
Lisa's cool.
It's cool.
She looks like she won't put up with no shit though.
Oh, hi guys, how are you?
She's back.
I'm here to be a prostitute, I am, yes. I'm not a prostitute because I don't get paid for it. I just do it for fun.
I just do it. I don't know.
I made $275 today and 25 cents. I did, yes.
Who gave you 25 cents, Lisa?
Oh, they all did.
Hey, baby.
Love you, Lisa. There you go. That's my cup of tea right there, man.
So we're talking
Little
about
hot chocolate.
not everyone. I'm not. I'm going to tell you the truth. I really like the art behind her. Really
See,
like.
I would only want to have the what do they call them? The astrological star signs up there. You know that blacklight poster? Yeah, I'd want that.
I'd want that. So
Yeah,
one
be
around your back.
Playing some Shaft music too.
So most people think that these chicks are like addicted to drugs. They're not. Hey, look at this beauty. Oh wow, hi. She was a math teacher. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the one I saw and what I talked about. The one woman who McAndrews met as a math teacher in Minnesota during the school year. She said she worked at the Nevada brothels because it was a turn on. Right? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Like to
Can you
fuck
imagine that's your teacher?
Yes, I can't imagine that.
She's like, teacher,
she's not my cup of tea, but if it was my teacher, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird how that changes.
Yeah, right. I need to see her in different clothes.
Depends the situation.
I wonder
if
you think she'd give me an A if I gave her the D? Boom.
Definitely. So these people are beautiful hookers. No, this is a mom and son that actually run the brothels, and they run a whorehouse. Sometimes it's a family business. So
she's a redhead. She got no soul. That's why she does.
Got no soul. Soulless redhead giving it.
Do you think he's product testing? Like she's like, we got to test our product, son. Go and have some.
And everybody's like, come here, daddy.
Now, how does it? What do you have to do to become a person who runs a brothel? Just have a house?
Yeah, have a big house with a lot of different rooms, a couple of bathrooms, and then I'm sure file the proper paperwork with Nevada, and then you have to have the girls have a cleanliness schedule, a testing schedule where everybody, cleanliness
just hoses them down in the backyard
with bleach.
He's got a toilet brush. He's just like, all right, turn around.
So this is Ben, and
Can we just hold it there for a second, AC? Yeah. What is with all the terrible houses? They need some interior decorators. All these fucking pictures. They're just shitty.
They're running with the Wild West theme is what they're doing. And
right, I get it.
Because it's cheap. Yeah. If you want the Japanese ultra-modern apartment theme, that's going to cost hundreds of thousands. This is going to cost whatever it costs at the fucking yard sales.
Please comfortable with me?
Yeah. Let's just find some old shit and hang it on the wall. Perfect. It looks like a goddamn.
It's still there.
Barrel. Looks like a Cracker Barrel.
1941. Yeah, it's a fucking Cracker Barrel with a pack of Cools on the table, having a beer. What up? Oh, and here's a lucky couple. So this guy didn't mind getting photographed. Some customers are okay with being photographed. Here's Brett, and he sits down with Diamond. Diamond spelled Dimon. Diamond, a sex worker at the Stardust Ranch in Ely, Nevada. So he was like, "This is my."
That's her real name.
Yeah, Diamond.
She looks like she's actually in love with this guy.
That's what money gets you. You can pay her. You could pay her to look pissed off at you and hate you too.
Stomp on your balls. Sure.
I want you to look lovingly at me when you step on my balls, please.
I got that. No worries. No worries. Here's a happy peer group. Oof. The one on the right. They can both get it. They both look good.
They both from this distance look good.
See, I don't know. Like this kind of woman doesn't turn me on. Like
white and blonde.
Well, I mean, it's like imagine going to a buffet and you just eat what's left on the table before you sit down.
I'd had both. I'd eat both of that.
Yeah, I'll have. Sometimes it's about quantity, not quality.
Are we just ranking prostitutes now? Is that what we're doing? Just ranking them out of.
No, it's going
shotgun candy. Why not, baby?
Going through Nevada prostitutes. It's very shotgun candy. And here, lastly, you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen HBO, and there's this thing called the Cat House, right? At the Moonlight.
I'll take everything that's left.
Give me all the left. Just make. You know how people make a pizza like all day, like the pizza shops, and whatever falls to the bottom, they make a pizza out of that. That's pretty much it. So this is it. This is the final snippet, and I'm sure people have seen Dennis Hoff and the Moonlight Bunny Ranch on HBO. This is where they get it from, and he owned 6 brothels here, and he was just a crabby old guy, but he was pretty happy in the show. But look at him; he's like a godfather amongst bitches.
I didn't honestly. Obviously the screen's not so big with it. I didn't even see him sitting there. I was seeing all the women. He was so camouflaged with his colors. Yeah, he just blended into the room as big as he is.
He's just like the big. He's dead now, but he was like the biggest pimp ever.
Oh, he's dead now, Dave.
Yeah, I can't see him. He's the same color as shame and regret with a little bit of disgust.
See the big titty chick back here with the fluffy muffin. He's right in front of her.
Is she dead too?
She's probably dead.
They probably all have syphilis.
So yeah. that was it. That was a list of different pictures I really wanted to show from Nevada, so you guys can know where I could possibly go if I wanted to.
Well,
excuse me.
The world is your oyster there, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I can fuck any disgusting prostitute I want here.
Oyster is more like a slug. Just follow the slug trail.
Oh, does that bring it to the end of this show? Or
I think
I
so.
think it does, man.
Have we got more left? No,
I need
think
a
it's
smoke and a coffee.
Yeah, I mean, unless people want to take this time to chime in and let us know how many prostitutes you guys banged, please let us know where your fetish is, and do you like to pay for women to leave? Do you like that?
Oh, look at that. We've got three messages from Juanito.
Just so everybody knows, like, don't be that guy at work that tells the other guys about you meeting a prostitute over the weekend because you're looking for validation, like you're not a disgusting piece of shit. Those guys don't want to hear that. I'm just saying. Keep that to yourself. I mean, I worked with a guy that used to come in and be like, man, I saw this blonde-haired prostitute last night. I'm like, well, that's great. Did you see her as you were driving by? Because I've seen a couple, too, on the side of the road, but I don't pick them up. He was kind of dumbass who thought that they loved him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm starting to have feelings for her. I'm like,
but you know,
you're stupid. You're
you know what's different in other states other than this one?
What?
FBI, open up!
Yeah, exactly.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Yeah, you look like a superhero with a plastic. I pull out the penis away.
Oh man, that's funny. I love that guy. That guy's a
on the
legend.
penis before.
Oh, that's one to shit down.
Gotta love the Aussies, man. That guy's
Dave said on TikTok, I think AC should have bought one to the show. The really cheap ones that are at the airport.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I see where you went.
I call those package handlers, baggage handlers.
From Dave, Sam, from me to you guys, I know exactly what you meant by that comment. So thank you very much.
Ooh, actually, I know. I actually know too. I just got it then because he got it. We got 3 messages from Juanito. I'm gonna pump them out. Here we go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I don't get it.
His favorite band is Tool because he's making a podcast with 2 of them.
Another one.
You know, you think I would have more jokes for this podcast, but I'm actually interested in this one for once.
And last one.
Not like any other
That's
show.
a picture of Nevada? I thought that was the inside of Elvis's brain.
No, mine's much less brightly lit inside.
Oh, AC's frozen, and
he's.
We can't end the show unless he does. So we're just gonna keep talking.
He can't unsalute until I unsalute.
We'll just sit like that.
You can't put it down until the captain puts his down.
That's it. So thanks to those on TikTok. What am I doing? I'm actually saluting at the same time because AC's been frozen on the other platforms, and the King and I just actually Australian way is this way.
Oh, but, see, to show your palm is that's a disrespect in America.
Oh, really? No, we've got to go a long way up, short way down.
The two fingers got to touch your eyebrow, basically. In the United
just waiting
States.
for AC. He'll have to do a little restart.
Open side of your hand.
Are we staying like this?
I don't know.
Nah,
I gave
fuck
up.
it.
Arms tired. My uncle used to salute like this. It was
smooth
from the chest out.
Oh, this has been
no, like one of these.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. He wasn't a Nazi. He wasn't Jewish either. He was kind of in the middle. AC, you still here, man? What's going on?
He stopped saluting at least. But
all
right.
Not on my screen. He's still giving it to us.
Wow, so we've hit the likes over on TikTok here, and thanks to those that have been doing that. I guess I can read the stats after or something on it, but really appreciate it. I find it hard to keep up with what's going on. Thanks to Dave sitting in the show that whole time there too on TikTok. I love you, Dave. You're a fucking great person. Hi to your beautiful wife Sam as well. Those guys are doing some nice travels at the moment over in the US. But well, we're going to end this show as soon as AC joins us again. He's going to have to drop out and come back, I think, King. Probably it wasn't bad with the visuals today, right?
No, it's good, man. Everything worked out pretty good. I'm giving you likes on TikTok too. How do you do that?
You just got to double tap the screen. So you're watching us on TikTok. Look, there you go.
There's rock on TikTok. Look.
Oh, there you go.
I'll just do this.
That's
Look,
how far behind it is.
It's a few seconds, few moments.
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead. Give me
nice.
Your finger. Yeah.
Go and follow the King on TikTok with dots in between, and also AC_is_talking, because if we can get these guys on, then we can do the show here on TikTok together. So you won't just be seeing me, you'll be seeing 3 of us, which is what I want. I want to share that love with these guys. And
Cassie mentioned in a comment there. Thanks, appreciate that. I don't know what that
Cassie's
means.
cool, man. Cassie's cool. Punky's super cool too.
They're
Like
all
she's
cool people, man.
they're
I
super.
love
Yeah, they
Aussies.
are very, very supportive. He can't. You got it. AC. We can't end it without you. You've got the control.
We're gonna have to stay on here the whole time. Like this, he can't abandon our post, right? You know, we got to be here. So
that's right. So Punky said, "I'm not sure if it's already been brought up or not, but how sad is it that Queen died? Rest in peace." No, we haven't brought it up in this show.
We're gonna have a serious talk with my internet provider because I just switched to the unlimited Gigablast full-on $3 billion a month plan. Everybody can suck my balls. Can't believe this shit. Anyway,
Well, before that shit drops out,
thank you for suffering through my bullshit. I hope you have a great day and enjoy your NFL Sunday. For those NFL fans out there, I will.
Yeah.
All right. And
all right.
Just give us a Google and share the show. We really appreciate it. Shotgun Candy on Google and also yourselves, right?
Can't hear.
Thanks, Paul Votto. Paul Votto says, "Great show, guys."
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Well, anyway,
right, so you're
can't
gonna
hear
have to
Rock.
end it. Ain't seen us.
Can't hear.
Can't hear.
I don't know why.
Can't hear me.
Rock. Elvis.
I can hear him.
Oh, I can't.
Oh.
Just
end
it.
AC. Well,
end it.
Everything's been fucked up. So
just kill it, man. Kill it, man. We're done anyway.
All right, man.
We're gonna end it.
But
Thanks,
sorry.
all.